Hello, Shield Nation leaders. I'm sitting here with Matt Castover in Melbourne, Florida, just coming out of our big Orlando conference, and it's just exciting to be together, be able to come to you right now and really provide an overview on the resume campaign and answer a whole host of questions that have really been kind of coming our way in respect to a concept called All Out Massive Action. And the process here is going to be first an overview of what I believe is one of the best programs for accessing, what we would call, Matt, cold market, to be able to access and complement our warm market recruiting. Maybe a few ideas to open up on the front end would be, who's this for, who's maybe this not for. When you take a look at our business model, the ability to complement the egos of one of the greatest recruiting pools out there, with Legal Shield we can do things like really 99% of the other companies can't do. We have a consumer division for the B2C side of things. We have our B2B side, small business, employee benefits, the group arena. We have the insurance division. We have a recruiting and training division. And the ability with Legal Shield is we can complement the egos of one of the greatest recruiting pools that's ever available to the industry. So as we get into that a little bit, we're going to talk about a program that is first class, that Matt's been behind the scenes on and working with a whole host of folks to deliver and bring quality resumes at a price that is second to none for those that want to operate on a very professional level, understand the career that we're in, and complement that warm market recruiting with the ability to complement it with cold market. Let me say this. Success in our business is through warm market recruiting, period. The only reason we go to cold market is so that we can access their warm market. And there's going to be a bit of a filter process in place right here, because typically your executive director is going to need to recommend you to this program. Let me tell you who this is not for. It is not for junior associate. It is not for associates. It is not for senior associates. Managers, if you've come out of the corporate world and you have a professional background and can speak the speak and talk the talk on this career side, there could be a fit. Directors and Power 20s, and certainly the recommendation from your executive director. This is not for everybody. All right, we're going to be talking to and need to keep the protection of the brand in place, need to keep the protection of the whole model in place because of all the hard work that's gone in for those that really want to operate on that professional level. But I'll just say this, Matt, and I'll hand it over to you. I was taught 23 years ago, how to complement my warm market recruiting with a concept called All Out Massive Action. If I could talk to 5 to 10 people a day of people that I knew, but then get my phone to ring another 10 to 15 times and complement that with what I was doing on the street, the ability with that All Out Massive Action meant that I could go from A to B, a lot quicker. And I'll just tell you this, I was never interested in a 6-figure income. I was interested in a 6-figure lifestyle. And I know of no other company that delivers like Legal Shield when it comes to that 6-figure lifestyle. And I would reason to bet that there's a lot of folks out there that have been downsized and capsized and right-sized, or they're just sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, or have more month at the end of the money, that would love to have an opportunity like we offer here. So Matt's going to talk about the quality of the program. All I know is in our organization, we have a large part of our organization that was recruited through the cold market. And I don't ever want to miss the opportunity to talk to folks out there who would be an absolute fit for this business, that might not have heard about it through us or may hear about it from someone else. And Matt, as you know, we're not trying to make this business right for everybody, but we're trying to find everybody who might be right for the business. And so, in our conversations, if you'll just share with the folks, the kind of quality we've got here, tied to the systems and tools. This is not an expense. It is an investment. It is not an expense. It is an investment. And compared to what we used to have to do, it's a very minimal investment compared to the yield you will have and the results you can see. So, Matt, it's great to be here with you.
John, well, I appreciate those kind words, and hello to the Shield Nation family. What an amazing event at the Believers and Achievers, and I'm more excited about the future with Legal Shield than I've ever been, John. I mean, the thing I love most, for those of you that haven't met me in person, is like you talked about, that 6-figure lifestyle. Being able to give my wife the best of me versus what's left of me after a long day at corporate America. Or, my kids, most dads I know were taking pictures and showing me everything they missed out on while they were at work, providing for their families, but they were absent parents. And, that's what I love about the resume program, John, is you have so many professionals that are out there looking not necessarily for a career that can pay them a lot of money. They want to figure out, obviously, how to earn income to take care of their promises they've made their family and their responsibilities. But I think what they're after as well is realizing that life is short, and they don't want, again, somebody else, especially after what we've seen in recent history about companies pulling the rug out. No more pension, but it was promised, if you work hard for this company for 30 years, we'll take care of you forever. I've talked to dads that have been going to work when they're sick, missed out on family reunions, missed out on important events with their kids, only to then be let go and downsized. And, these folks have amazing talents, John. They could be a complete asset to our business, to our organization. And of course, I feel Legal Shield, if it's the right fit for them as well, can deliver on the promise. And, I started years ago, obviously with a goal to figure out how to build a distribution point around North America, which, you do such a great job at teaching, and of course all the great leaders in the company. I used to just scratch my head going, how in the world do these folks at the top know people in every state and every city? And it used to just boggle me. I thought I knew a lot of people, and I just couldn't keep up with the numbers I heard that folks were able to sort through and to go through. And it was at an event after an event, which we all talk about as some of the most important things to attend. The events after the events, the meeting around the meeting, and where you can kind of sit down, have a cup of coffee, and just kind of talk like this with folks in the business. And people were telling me, hey, there was a way to leverage technology to find folks that were actually looking for the next career move, for the next, for the right opportunity. And I started working resumes years ago. I was looking for folks that had the right background, or I wouldn't really say the perfect background, but they certainly knew how to handle rejection. They knew how to work a territory. I mean, we think about part of the organization, we have a pharmaceutical sales rep, and one of the things that she knows about her past was, she'd work a territory, she was walking into companies, calling on professionals, and obviously, that person has done incredibly well in our business. And those are the kind of folks that have a resume out. Some of them are in between jobs. Some of them have had the rug pulled out from underneath of them. But, the thing I do know is they're all willing to work hard if we can promise them that the hard work will pay off. And I think, anybody who's done sales in the past is just looking for a great product to sell. And of course, Legal Shield will allow you to earn the types of income in your career with Legal Shield based on the amount of value that you bring to the marketplace. John, in my opinion, if you have a sales background or a marketing background, this is a perfect fit, the Legal Shield product. So we've partnered with one of the largest resume providers. I mean, they tell me over 30,000 people a day with a sales background upload resumes to these particular sites every day. That's a lot of talent, John, in North America.
Yeah.
And, it's for me always, and I know one of the top earners in Legal Shield right now came from a resume. His resume was out, somebody, called him, and it was just the right time. They had the systems in place, they talked the right language, and, he's done incredibly well. So, like you said, it's not, going to cost, it's more of an investment on your return. It's not an expense, it's an investment. And I certainly know that it's not an overnight success. Just because you start buying resumes, don't expect for, people to start signing up tomorrow to join your team. I mean, obviously it's a process, but I know we're going to be talking today about the tools and the systems that we have in place to help obviously complement you, be able to go faster. And I'll end with this. I've studied some of the folks that have had just tons of success in Legal Shield like yourself. And, one of the nuggets that I seem to take in notes all the time is professionals sort and amateurs convince. And, just from a posture standpoint, John, me knowing that every morning I'm going to have 10, people to reach out and to call helps me not be, looking at my warm market list only with the scarcity mentality. I mean, if you run out of people to talk to, you're out of business. And the thing I love about this program is, like you said, it can speed up the amount of folks you can sort through, obviously help your posture around the clock 24/7. And for me, it helps even with my efforts with my warm market.
Right.
So I love the cold marketing process. we've got a great product we've now put in place with quality resumes that can be in your inbox by a certain time of the day, 9 o'clock in the morning. So you could start your day off 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 resumes in your inbox from folks with a sales background. I know we're going to be filming talks that we're going to give to those resume prospects, kind of the first interview step process. And we're going to do clips today, and you'll find on the site here that are kind of like the 6 steps of how to walk through the systems that we know work. And obviously, we're here to come alongside and coach and mentor, and we do calls. We have everything in place just to obviously help folks continue to get better. So I'll turn it back to you, John, for any closing comments or thoughts. And
Well, I think, when Darcy walked in, it was a great analogy that she used. If you go to the gym and you got an hour to work out and you're doing the workout wrong, or you don't have your arms right, or your legs quite right, you're wasting time and energy. A personal trainer comes along and says, why don't we do this, why don't we do this, why don't we do this? You're maximizing that hour you have in the gym. Here you get a chance to maximize the ability to go to that marketplace by working with professionals. But I just want to say one last thing as we do wrap up. I don't know, everybody thinks of themselves as being professional, and that's fine, but really there are and there aren't. If you're professional, if this is a career for you, as it's a career for us, I didn't join Legal Shield, I didn't get into Legal Shield, I saw it as a career move 15 years ago. I saw it as an opportunity to impact the marketplace with a product people want, people need, people can afford. It's a movement, it's a cause, it's a responsibility to protect those in North America who are being treated unfairly. Okay? And so I'm here for the long run. I treat it professionally, I speak professionally, and if you see yourself as one of those folks and you've already got the track record, we invite you.